Good morning. So it is April 25th, 2020, and I want to do a quick animal update. It is spring around here, and a lot of changes are being made every day. New things are happening, new babies are being born, all that sort of thing. So I want to show you what's going on with that. So this is our chicken brooder, and my son has been hatching chickens from our eggs and selling the babies. And in here right now he's got some Bantam cochins from our Bantam flock and a couple of large chickens from our egg-laying flock, which consists of the black copper Morans, Pioneers, Americanas, black Australorps, and also we have a couple of golden lace Wyandottes right now. And also in here I have some pullets that I got from the feed store, which are Well Summers, Speckled Sussex, and Production Red. So I got 5 pullets from the feed store in here, and then the rest of these are ones that he hatched. And I will take you outside and show you what's going on with the rest of the animals. So here is our Muscovy Ducks. You can see how big they are getting. We got them, I think we got them Good Friday. And so they're going on over a month old now. And I think at least one of them is a male, which is the one right here. But this large one on the ground might also be a male, but I think these 2 right here are females for sure. But they are growing so fast and enjoying their new pool. We just upgraded their pool in their little pen, and can't wait till they're all bigger and we can put all of our ducks together. I'll show you our new chicken tractors. So same design as our other chicken tractor, the A-frame design. My husband designed these and built these with aluminum, and the aluminum is scrap from our he has his own screen room building business. He builds lanais and screen porches for people onto their houses, and that is the prototype. So exactly like the one that we already have, except for we put tin and a roof cap on these. So this is the one that my son asked for that he built. So he built 2 at one time, and my son is going to be using this for his purposes. He wants to have his own tractor so he can have his own little mini flock of breeding chickens so that he can sell eggs and baby chicks that are purebred. And right now he's still deciding what kind of chickens he wants to breed. But here is my tractor that I got, and in here we have the guys that were in the brooder. So there is 6 of the Freedom Rangers, straight run Freedom Rangers in here, which are like the Ranger broiler type chickens. And then we have some Turkins right here. You can see he's coming to see me. There's 3 straight run Turkins in there, and there is also 2 broad-breasted bronze turkeys back there in the back. And then right here is 2 Australorp pullets. So this is what we got going on this tractor. And there was nothing in the first tractor that I showed you. He's still working on getting it finished, but when he does get it finished, we'll probably put our ducks in there for the time being. So here's our original tractor, and here's our broilers. So in a couple of weeks, probably 2.5 weeks, these guys should be ready to go and be processed. There's 26 of the Cornish cross broilers in here, and there's also 7 of the chicks that the first Bantam hatched that went broody earlier this year. But out of those 7, I think that there's actually 2 hens and the rest are roosters. So there's 2 banny roosters, 1 banny hen. That little gold one is the banny hen. And then there is a large golden rooster, a barred rooster right there, and then there is this red checkered looking, pioneer looking rooster in here. So I'll go and show you what's going on with the hatching that's going on. We've had a lot of hatching. We've been running our incubators. My son's been hatching things out of his incubators, and my banny hens, they have 8 hens, and they go broody in the spring. So 5 out of 8 of them have already went broody, and 3 of them, or actually 4 of them, are sitting on eggs right now. So here's the gals that are not currently trying to hatch eggs right now. And we have Cochin Bantams, and then we have a couple of Old English, and then we have a couple of Old English Cochin mixes in there. And here is my layer flock and my big rooster, my black Astrolorps and golden lace Wyandottes, black copper Moran rooster, and this is a barred rock black copper Moran mixed hen. And before we get into the rabbits, I'll show you this mama. This mama sat on eggs. This is a Cochin Old English game hen that hatched out some runner duck eggs from eBay, and she's giving me a good look at them. But she went broody, and we wanted some more ducks. So we love runner ducks, runners, khakis, Welsh harlequins, Ancanas. All of those are some favorite ducks of ours. But I ordered 9 runner ducks from eBay and put them under her, and then after I candled them, 7 were viable, and she hatched out all 7 of them, and they are all looking healthy. Just hatched them out yesterday. Here is my daddy rabbit. He's a pure New Zealand white. He is the daddy to all of our baby bunnies that you're about to see, and he just came to us in February, and he's about 5-6 months old. He's probably, well, we got him in February, and he was about 5 months old, so he's probably going on 7 months old now. And then here are the babies, the first ones that were born from him. And there were 9 of these, and I just sold one because I'm about to take these off the mom. I weaned them at 6 weeks. And there's the mama. And I attempted to breed her back to the buck when these guys were 3 weeks old, so about 3 weeks ago. So I'm about to move these off and then give her her own space again, and so that she can get ready to hopefully have another litter before it gets too hot for us. More chickens. So this is my other mama. She didn't take for her first breeding with the male, so I bred her again, and it looks like this time she may have took, because she looks pretty hefty right now, and she's actually due on the 27th, so in a couple of days she should be having us some babies. So there is her nest that she's been building. So I'm hoping that this time that she took, so that we can get at least 1 litter out of her, maybe hopefully 2, before it gets time for us to stop for the summer. And then here's this mama and her babies. Her babies are about 3 weeks old. They just started coming out of their box, eating food and all that. So I think that I'll have to look at my calendar, but I think today she's going to be getting bred back to the buck. So yeah, I think I'm going to be letting him have a visit once I confirm that it's been at least 3 weeks on my calendar for her. I think it was this weekend that I had, so that she's going to go visit him. And hopefully, I'm hoping to get 6 litters before June. If we get 5, I'll be happy with that too. We still have plenty of rabbit in our freezer from last year and the year before. The year before I grew 100. I had 4 does and I had raised 100 kits during the spring and the fall. But here's our next layer. It's just our pullets. These bigger ones, the Rhode Island Reds and the Buff Orpingtons and the Barred Rocks, they should start laying mid-May, maybe June 1st. And then these other guys, those, I have 4 Americanas in here, they will be laying, and they actually, the Americanas lay sooner than the Barred Rocks and the Buff Orpingtons and Rhode Island Reds. They mature faster. So they're about 3 to 4 weeks younger than these guys here that I got first. So, you know, they may be laying by the 1st of June. So I'll keep you updated on that. But for now, I'm just keeping them in here. I haven't tried to transition them over to the big coop yet, just because the other ones are younger and they are young and they are hatchery stock. So I'm worried kind of a little bit about hawks taking any of them. And I don't really want the hawks to take any of them right now. Especially being that I only have 8 hens. Right now, I want to get some more eggs coming. So this is where they are for now. And those 3 nest boxes back there this is where I've been staging my broody mamas. Once they go broody in the bantam pen, I put the eggs that I want them to sit on underneath them, and then I move them in here because the pullets don't bother them and they don't bother the pullets, and I don't have to worry about chickens, hens going into their box and trying to lay eggs to them or run them off their box or anything like that. Or lay extra eggs to their clutch. They just leave them alone and they mind each other's business, mind their own business. And within a couple of days of their hatching starting, I move them over to a pen by themselves. In this case, with the ducklings and that one hen, I just have extra open grow out rabbit pen that they're in right now. So yeah, so in that pink box, I have a Buff Cochin Bantam sitting on Bielefelder eggs. And the Bielefelders are an import breed that have become new to the U.S. in the last 3 years or so. And they're supposed to be an uber chicken. They're supposed to be a really super large chicken, very meaty chicken, dual purpose breed that lays a lot of dark brown eggs and will sit their own eggs and are also excellent foragers and will avoid predators good. So all around good chicken. And when we got our original flock back in 2014, Murray McMurray was selling Pioneer chickens, which they described exactly like these Bielefelders, and they looked exactly like these Bielefelders. And all of those claims were true for the Pioneers. And so when I read all this about these Bielefelders, I definitely wanted to add those to our flock because we like to have dual purpose, because all of our old hens and our roosters go into the crock pot, and we also will process them as younger roosters as well. So glad to be able to start those. I'm actually going to candle those eggs tonight to see. There's 10 eggs, so I'm going to see how many are viable. But in the other box on the end, I have 2 bantams sitting on 10 black copper Moran eggs that I got off eBay. And or actually there's 13. So they sent me 15 eggs, and a few of them were broken. But I ended up with 13 eggs, and I had 2 bantams that were trying to sit together, so I just moved them in here and put my eggs under them. So we got black copper morans from eBay, Bielefeld eggs from eBay, and then the third one just started sitting yesterday, and I just put extra, you know, for my own flock, my large flock, my large breed flock in here. So got 3 more that are sitting on eggs that are waiting to hatch. And that pretty much sums it up for the chickens. And so I will be updating on the garden here in a little while. So until I talk to you later, take care.